Kegiatan pembalakan serta perlombongan didakwa telah mencemarkan kualiti air sungai berhampiran yang menjadi sumber air penduduk orang asli suku Batik di Kampung Orang Asli Kuala Koh, Gua Musang, Kelantan.
Baik, seterusnya sebilangan penduduk orang asli suku kaum Batik Kampung Kuala Koh berpindah ke kawasan pinggir sungai Taman Negara. Mereka buat keputusan itu kerana mahu mulakan hidup baru susulan kematian ahli keluarga akibat krisis kesihatan lebih 2 bulan lepas.
The objective of this project. Due to the problem that occurs in Kampung Kuala Koh, we are student UiTM from the Faculty of Chemical Engineering want to do the project to solve the water problem that occurs in Kampung Kuala Koh. The aim of this project is to provide the clean water for daily use to the community of Kampung Orang Asli Kuala Koh. This objective was chosen because of the engineering design to solve the problem faced by community of Kampung Kuala Koh, which is very tragic because it involved death. Clean water was very important, especially for drink and cook. Contaminated water source will cause human health to be affected and has happened in Kampung Kuala Koh.
The community that have been targeted in this project is Perkampungan Orang Asli Kuala Koh, which is located in Gua Musang, Kelantan. The number of family in this village is about 63 family that consisting of Batik tribes. In 2019, the river at Kampung Kuala Koh is believed to have been contaminated with chemical from iron ore mining activities and could be linked to the lung infections among the Orang Asli. The river is a source of clean water for the residents of Kampung Kuala Koh for daily use such as cooking and drinking. The effect of the river pollution was affected human health, which is to the lung infections and result in death. This is believed that 190 residents of Kampung Koh were taken out of the village to receive the treatment. 6 people were critical, 48 people were still receiving treatment, and 3 deaths were confirmed. Next, from the media interview, some residents in the village of Kuala Koh moved to the bank of the Taman Negara River because they want to start a new life following the death of the family believed due to the river pollutions. According to the few pupils of Kampung Kuala Koh, they were moved from the Kuala Koh because they want to start a new life because the death of the family's member. Besides that, they also want to other safer place to get a food source and clean water source for daily use.
Masalah air sampai sekarang masih lagi tidak ada penambahbaikan ke?
Tak juga, ada juga.
Saya tahu masalah sebab sumber utama air di Kuala Koh ni daripada sungai ya. Sungai tu dikatakan dicemari. Okey, jadi masalah tu belum lagi diselesaikan lah.
Ya.
Kiranya sekarang sumber air di Kuala Koh ambil sumber air apa, Cik?
Tak, kalau maksudnya ada hujan kan. Orang guna air hujan lah.
Oh, air hujan.
Sebab nak pergi ke sungai pun dah semakan.
The river will be our main source of the water, and we use ram pump to distribute the water before going to membrane filter and the storage tank before the villagers can use for their daily basis. Basically, ramp pump is two one-way check valve involved. Okay, first water will receive from the river and then cross with two check valve, and the first valve will be open to remove the wastewater. With the enough pressure, the second valve will be open to distribute the water, and then the process will be repeated for next flow.
After the water being supplied from the ramp pump, the water will undergo a filtration process where it undergoes into a common screening, then pass through a membrane microfilter and membrane purifier, and lastly the activated carbon and ion exchange filter. This main component in the filtration process, which are for the first one, a membrane microfilter, are made of hollow fiber membrane technology, a similar technology used in kidney dialysis. These membranes are made of small straw that contain microscopic pore of 0.2 microns in diameter. The dirty water enter one side of the straw and clean water pass through the pore, while bacteria, parasite, microplastic, dirt and other forms of turbidity are blocked and unable to pass through because they are too large. These membrane microfilters are capable of removing 99.9% of log 8 of bacteria, log 5 of parasite, and 99% of log 5 of microplastic. The second component of this filter are membrane purifier. The membrane purifier consists of improved iodine tablet shape into filter shape of iodine. The function is for better purification process of water received from the microfilter. And the last component, which are activated carbon and ion exchange filter, are to reduce heavy metals like lead and improve water taste by removing chemicals such as chlorine and others. The activated carbon has been treated with specific processes to open millions of tiny pores between carbon atoms. This membrane filter uses an advanced and special pore of formulation that is made from fibers instead of traditional granulated carbon, which improve longevity and its performance. As the result, the water that have been undergo of this component will then safe for drinking, since the harmful elements are trapped and the non-harmful ions are released, making the water safer to drink and go to the storage tank for consumption of the village.
The impact of supplying clean water. There are three main impacts. The first one is the rate of sickness will be lowered. The second one, people can live healthily and be more productive. The third one is to save their time. Let's take a look at the lower the rate of sickness. So to elaborate this, contaminated water and poor sanitation are linked to transmission of diseases such as cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, hepatitis A, typhoid, and polio. So, with cleaner water, the rate of the sickness stated above can be decreased. This will also save the cost of medication in order to treat the patients who suffers from diseases that came from drinking the contaminated water. And then cleaner water also lower the risk of sickness, which will eventually lead to lower the rate of sickness. The next point is people can live healthily and be more productive. How? With this supplied clean water that we will make for this Kampung Orang Asli, which is located at Kuala Ko, they will have a better immune system that leads them to own a healthier body. With the healthier body that they have gained, after several days or weeks consuming the clean water that we provide, their life can be more productive. So, in example, they can hunt for food with healthier body, which helps a lot and in their field of work. The last point is to save their time. How can we save time with clean water? So this applies to the time and energy that they use to consume when they have to get the water from the nearby river, which is the Sungai Lebir. The risk of encountering wildlife and maybe the current of the river can we can neglect because the situation there might be dangerous. So after we supply the tank to store the clean water in the area nearby, this will make their journey to take the clean water will be a lot safer. And then this will also cut the time used for them to get their water, which is the contaminated water, from the river and bring that water using a container which will be very heavy and energy consuming to each of their house. So with the tank that we provide, the location of the tank will be so much nearer than the housing area compared to the river itself. So to conclude, by having this system, a filtration system in that area will help and give a big impact for the people. Health, it is the most important thing for someone to keep on living. With this system, we can reduce the rate of sickness of the people in that area. Furthermore, the people there can also be more productive than they used to be before receiving this system that we will give to them, and the clean water for each every single people in the world should have consumed. And lastly, the time that they usually use to gain water for their daily needs can be optimized as they do not have to consume the same amount of energy and time that they used to before receiving the system.